ASMR of us eating. We're just eating and sucking down wine.
Nothing wrong with that. Is it going right now?
It is. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back.
To episode
14.
14. Glad we know that.
We have
yarn for that. And we do.
And we do. This is our post Rhinebeck recap. If you're new here, I'm Kait. That's Rachel. And we're recording at our favorite place to go together.
Favorite place.
Graze on Main.
Graze on Main.
So if you are in the Rhode Island area, on Main Street in East Greenwich, there's a lovely wine and charcuterie bar.
And I don't know, I think it's just the week after Halloween is always just a shit show.
This week has been a month.
It's been a month.
This week has been a month. There's going to be light chewing in this episode. We recorded here, I think, on my birthday, outside.
We're outside.
When it was like amazing in April. It's pretty warm, but it's windy today.
The wind. It's like a wind tunnel because we have to go down the stairs. So I wanted to do outside, and then we started walking up here, and I'm like, nah, nope.
There's a lot.
Oh my God, you're so much. I didn't write anything down. I was
like,
here it is, and oh yeah, that's what this is.
I wrote real notes because
you did. There's a lot.
I would be sitting here not knowing what I bought, what I'm making.
Okay.
So
here we are.
We had a wonderful time.
2 weeks ago, we were at Fiber Fest, otherwise known as Woolen Folk. The weather is far better today.
Yes.
I mean, in case you've been hiding under a rock and or have no idea what was going on, it was a complete and utter shit show. And I definitely did not get to see half, or maybe even 70% of the vendors that I wanted to see because I couldn't, like, the buildings. I would have had a full-blown panic attack. Like, couldn't do it.
There was one whole building.
Couldn't do it.
I did not get into at all, let alone people on the 5th floor.
I didn't even know how to get to the 5th floor.
There was one staircase and or one small elevator.
Tania and Sarah and Jen found it. Okay. But I'm like, I would have had a panic attack.
And there wasn't like a great... So conditions were awful. That was one thing. But also the layout was kind of rough. It wasn't super accessible for all. Definitely wasn't. No. Not even to say it wasn't.
Not even remotely.
So even if it wasn't raining and muddy and like flooding and all of that,
still would have been rough.
It was still a little rocky for some areas. There wasn't a lot of space inside, like for the inside areas, outside areas.
Perusing Reddit, I found out, I'm like, that's why I'm uncomfortable, because it's been 20 plus years since the Station Nightclub fire, but people are like, watching videos from that made me think of those videos, and I'm like, oh my God, that's why I don't feel comfortable. I
was super overwhelmed at many different points, and I had to get out. Like, I just had to breathe air and...
In the mud. Luckily, I had my boots on.
Yeah. We were prepared with footwear.
It was a mess.
It was my first time, so I don't have anything to compare it to.
Unfortunately.
I didn't have, like, the best time. I would say it was a shopping trip.
Right. Last year, Woolen Folk was definitely an experience.
Yeah, there was no folk.
There was no folk.
There wasn't a lot of area under the podcaster tent either to, like, listen, but also it was really muddy. Again, like, it probably would have been the same muddiness at the orchard if they did it there too.
But at least the layout would have been better. Like, everybody would have been spread out.
Right. Like, it was rainy at Rhinebeck the following day, like New York Sheep and Wool. It was still rainy, but things were spaced. Well, that was a huge fairground. It was spaced. Yeah. So my favorite part, I guess, of Woolen Folk was the girls that I went with and the fun things that I bought. So it was kind of almost like a hectic shopping trip.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It's kind of like Black Friday shopping.
Yeah.
Back when Black Friday shopping was a thing.
We all kind of were breaking off from each other because everybody had, instead of like just wandering through together, the event like didn't have like a good flow. Like, we weren't heading one way first. It was kind of like anybody can go wherever, which is fine, but there wasn't a lot of space for that.
No. Last year we could, I mean, it wasn't raining, so we got to sit by the river, and we're like, okay, we're over here, like, come hang with us. We could like sit in the grass and just yarn for a while.
There wasn't any of that. It was kind of like a get in, get the things you wanted to see,
get the fuck out,
and get out. And we did that. We weren't there. We were there for maybe 2.5 hours.
Maybe.
Yeah. And the half hour at the end was just trying to get everybody together to figure out who's bringing who home. But with that being said, I know I didn't see everybody I wanted to. But
we did get some good
stuff. And then we've also made some supporting purchases after the fact.
I've been good. I really haven't.
So I knew that I wanted to see Birdie Parker, and I didn't get to.
I really do like those.
So these are the Heather. So I took my notes. So these are my Birdie Parker Heather earrings that I'm wearing today. So
I'm also wearing my Birdie Parker earrings.
I liked yours too. So these are my first pair of Birdie Parkers. They're super light. Yeah. I like that they make like a tinkly noise.
Yeah.
And they have like the stockinette detail.
I like those a lot. I might get those next time we go, which is not next year.
They were $80 hairs.
Mm-hmm.
So they weren't cheap, but they are quality.
So are these. Same. They're silver. They're sterling silver.
I love them.
I do not know what this style is called, but I like them a lot.
I like that they have like a little bend so that they're not flat.
So I bought a pair last year, and they're really fun. They're like big hoops, and then there's the metal piece at the bottom, and it's stockinette print. And last year I got copper ones because copper was like half the price of silver. But I'm like, this year I've been working really hard.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought a pair of the silver ones, and I've worn them a lot. I really like them. They're they're classy. They can go with like anything. You can dress them up, dress them down.
I've worn these 3 times this week.
Yeah.
They've become my like new everyday.
I might have to get those ones next. I really do like them.
Put them on your Christmas list. Tell the hubs.
There is no Christmas list this year. Kidding me? The Christmas list is called, oh yeah, Christmas. We're going to Disney again.
That's true. Never mind. But anyway.
I'm giving Dylan $200 towards a tattoo.
That's right. I remember that. So anyway, when I made my purchase, I put in the comment like, supporting now, wasn't able to get in to see you at Wool and Folk because I'm not sure if they were keeping any records of purchases after the fact. But they were so sweet. They sent me some extra stitch markers.
Oh,
really pretty ones.
That's nice.
Little sparkly hearts, which my daughter loves. She loves to like dump them out and then count them and put them back into a little tin. It's really cute. But that's the only knitty thing that I'm wearing today.
Wearing a lot of knitty things.
You are.
So it's cold. Woke up and there's been frost in my car the last couple mornings, so it's time. I broke out my fave cardigan. No, it is not that time. No. Although I am putting my decorations up this weekend.
It's Mariah season.
Oh, so have you seen the video? I think it originated on Reddit, where it's like the guy sitting on his couch and they hear the like faintness in the background. You don't really know what it is. And it's like, get the gun.
Oh no, I haven't.
Oh my god. It's like that's what I think of when I think of it's time. I'll have to show it to you later.
I saw the one. I've seen 2. The one I think it's with Jamie Lee Curtis and Mariah's like behind a bush and like Jamie Lee Curtis is like looking over her shoulder. She thinks she saw something. Mariah's like ducking back in, like and it's like spooky, like Halloween's not over. and then the one where Mariah's in the ice block when they're trying to chip away at it.
Yep.
And then she goes, and all the ice breaks, and there she is. I know. I love Mariah.
I don't love Mariah.
I love Mariah. I love her music. Don't know anything about her as a human, but I love her music. Anyway. What are you wearing?
I am wearing my Franca cardigan. I think I'm going to make another one. I love this thing so much. So this was my birthday cast on for 2022. I think. 2022. Alicia, who went to Rhinebeck with us, and we have the same birthday. So we booked a hotel room in Newport for the night. And I started this when we went away for our birthday. So this is the Franca cardigan by Cocoknits. It's good. It covers my butt. I made it. It calls for worsted, so I made it with DK and Suri and Swan Lake from Sam of Beachy Breeze because it's probably my favorite color that she's ever done. Mm-hmm. And it's super cozy. It's super warm. It's super sheddy. But it's fine. But it's like, it's the perfect day to wear this.
It's very soft.
It's so soft.
Was this an I-cord?
No. It's just a loose bind off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good. I like it.
Doesn't look like an I-cord.
I have no idea.
And then this is my For Your Fade. for your fade from Andrea Mowry. So I used 3 different Harry Potter inspired yarns. I made this probably 3 years ago now. Yeah, I think I made this like when I was, no, Owen wasn't 1 yet. So that would have been Christmas 2020. So yeah, 3 years ago. So this was made using some Harry Potter inspired skeins that I had had in my stash for a while. So this one's from Mad Tosh, this one's from Dragon Horde, and this one's from a Homespun House. It's fingering, but I held it double because I didn't want to knit another fingering weight shawl. And then the pink is from Beachy Breeze for the border to tie it all together.
Tell us what's holding it together.
This. So, Woolen Folk was a clusterfuck. End of story. But I was still able to see some of the people that I was really hoping to get to see. And we'll see some of the yarn in a bit. But some of the people I was really looking forward to seeing were Kat and Penny of Cesium Yarn. I have been following them for a while. They live in Roanoke, which is where I went to college, so Roanoke, Virginia. And I get to meet them in April when I went down for Alumni Weekend because one of my college friends is really good friends with them. So I got to meet them, and it was really fun. We hung out and had coffee. And that's when I found out they were going to be vending at Woolen Folk. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, I'll see you again then. So I made it a point to find them. And luckily, they were in a pretty accessible spot, albeit a shitty spot, but they were in a pretty accessible spot. And so I bought a bunch of yarn from them. And they also had these super awesome, it's called a shawl sandwich. So if you've been watching the podcast for a while, you know I love a good shawl cuff. This is similar to a shawl cuff, but instead of a piece of leather that wraps around your scarf, it's got 3 components. So it's got this metal piece in the middle, and then it's got like the decorative component, and it has the back. And what you do is you screw it together. So you stick the metal through your shawl, and then it holds it in place. And once you know, this hasn't moved all day.
Almost like a crafter's brooch.
It is kind of like a crafter's brooch.
I thought it was a magnet.
No, I did too. And then I'm like, oh, it's not. So the shawl sandwiches are from another local designer down there, Twin Mountain Handcrafts. I'm sorry, Twin Mountain Handcrafts. So they're another wife and wife couple that makes a lot of really cool knitting notions, and they make tons of stuff out of acrylic. And they pioneered these. Yes, that's exactly who made the things. They pioneered the shawl sandwiches. They also have them out of wood. I am absolutely going to be ordering another one in the future.
Oh, they fell off.
Oh, they're in there somewhere. Yeah, Twin Mountain Handcrafts. They're lovely. I haven't met them in person, but by the company they keep, I know they're good people. And everybody needs one of these things because, I mean, I love a shawl cuff, but it's nice to have some extra shiny bling.
Yes. I was just looking through my little bag here, which our roomies are super generous.
Oh my God. Our roomies were ridiculous. We really got to up the game for next year, especially if we're not going to a Fiber Fest.
We had a failed bag.
Hey, I used that bag all day. I used it all day.
I have it here with me now. I have it here with me now, but I felt bad. Our vision did not come to fruition.
Our fault. We tried.
We did try, and then we ran out of time. But speaking of Twin Mountain, Twin River. Our roomie Jen, Gansett Girl Knits, if you want to check her out, got us some personalized.
They're so sweet.
Sheepy stitch markers. I don't have them all because I'm using some of them. But
so there's a sheepy. We all get a sheepy. We all get a red leaf for the tree.
A sweater.
We all get a sweater.
One with our name on it.
One with our name on it. And then another one that says Rhinebeck 23.
Yeah. That one's on something that I'm making.
So our roomie is we're insane.
We got tons of roomie gifts. We got earrings
We got earrings from Katie. We got a bag from Tania, which is what Kait has right now. We also got a bag from Sandra that she and her mom made.
Yes. We got from Sarah a yarn sleeve.
A habit.
Yarn sleeve. Who gave us this?
Tania.
Thank you.
So here's my bag from Sandra. She has to sell her favorite time of year, and obviously mine's Halloween.
I have a fall pinks and golds and apples. But seriously, she should sell these.
The yarn sleeve from Sarah and Sarah's mom.
And my earrings from Katie.
And the earrings from Katie. And then Tania gave us these really cute bags. Mine is light pink.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got like some needle minders and a gauge ruler and a sheepy sticker.
Was that from Sheila?
We also got needle minders from Sheila and Beth.
Okay.
Alicia got us all some fun handles for our project bags, because if a project bag does not have a handle,
it needs one.
It needs one.
Mm-hmm.
Like the end.
A ruler. I think this was from Nicole.
Oh my god, Jen. The one from Jen is like so good. So our other friend Jen had us all.
It's on here.
We got apple cider donuts from Charmed and Dangerous, because the apple cider donuts, I will say they're not the best apple cider donuts I've ever had at Rhinebeck, but they're decent.
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know, sadly.
I had cider, and that was good. I went cold, not hot, because I don't want to burn my mouth.
I don't like hot cider.
I mean,
I guess that makes me an anomaly, but I don't like hot cider.
I like it if it's like made at home. Maybe it's spiked. You have it in a mug. But the paper cup with the small hole, I just know I'm going to burn my
totally
tongue.
Might next year for Halloween make spiked cider to hand out for parents.
A friend of mine from high school, I saw her and her boyfriend or fiance. They love the passing out of candy. And so they sit outside, and she makes like this brie mummy with like phyllo dough. They have bags of like Fireball to give to parents, and then they have the full-size candies for the kids. So like
that's amazing.
They do it. I know you love Halloween, but so yeah, there's other people out there, and some people in my neighborhood make like a fall sangria, and you can go get your solo cup. Like, so my neighborhood, I learned last year, because that was the first time we attempted trick-or-treating with my daughter. This year she did much better. Last year she just wanted to walk around with a flashlight. This year she went to doors, very quietly went trick-or-treat.
Oh, and no shame, trick-or-treat!
Yeah. So Breezy was very, very shy. But we practiced all week, and she would yell it in the house, but not at doors. And then she'd be like, thank you, and then walk away. But the point of my story was I learned last year that folks in my neighborhood, cocktails are the thing for Halloween. And I'm just kind of like,
that's how you make friends with people in your neighborhood.
That is. It's usually just me, so I don't. But
yeah,
I don't know. But then me and Breezy just sat outside and passed out candy for the rest of the night. So
we put up my inflatable movie screen in the front yard, and we had Hocus Pocus on. And I was lounging in my chair with my shipyard and a heater that we borrowed from our neighbor. It was really nice.
That was nice.
I told Dylan next year I want a gas-powered fire pit, though.
They have them at Job Lot.
I know. They're not bad.
You know what I like about those? You can take the rocks out, and they're hot, but not too hot, and you can like hold them.
And it's you can like move it anywhere, and it's safer than wood.
It is a lot safer than wood.
Anyway,
things we want.
We
should wait till they go on sale for like you buy it and then you get the gift card back, and then we can just go get two.
Yeah.
Buy one and then go buy another one with the gift card. Anyway. So
roomy gifts and my shawl sandwich and what I'm wearing.
What are you working on?
Oh, guys. It's almost done.
Keep asking you questions. So
it's almost done. That's okay. I finally did it. I broke the seal on my pink Fizz, and we're almost there. So I busted through the last 50 rows of lace last weekend, which is a lot of lace knitting. My hands were like, but I did it, and I seamed it, and I did my first sleeve, and I started my second sleeve. So this will be done by the next time we podcast.
100%.
This
will be
done
tomorrow.
It will not be done by tomorrow, although I'm not working, so maybe. But I can't wait. I started this. I found an Instagram post May 2021. It is now November 2023. This is one of my oldest standing whips, and like, it's not that I don't love it. I love knitting lace. Just, I don't know. I keep getting distracted.
Yeah. I think part of it too is like it always felt so far to finish, like the two panels.
I finally finished the back in March?
Was it your birthday or
No, it was March. Yeah, we
Before
we were in Vermont for St. Patty's Day. I finished the back, and then I finished the front. Now it's seamed, and now I just gotta bust through the sleeves. I will have this on by the next time we podcast, and I can't wait. So now I'm like, all right, I'm in whip busting mode.
Mm-hmm.
So now as I casted on 2 new things this week.
Okay. Well, working on their whip in there.
That's fine.
I would like to say I'm in whip busting mode, but I'm not.
I need to be in whip busting mode.
Over our trip, I'm
so excited.
Knit almost 2 inches. I have like a 1/4 inch left of the bottom ribbing of my
Traveler
hoodie. So I will be matching Rachel very soon with my bright pink.
Cannot wait.
From the Frosted Stitch.
Dreamphone.
I just ordered more yarn from her.
What'd you order?
Teal. Story something.
Oh.
From the library collection. I'm on the hunt for the perfect teal.
What do you want the perfect teal for again?
Anything.
Oh, okay.
Sweater. There's a new sweater that came out this week. Shoot. It's a crop, but not super cropped. And it has like a puff sleeve. And it's got a little bit of lace in the front. And like a floofy.
Short sleeve one?
Yeah, and it's got like a little floofy.
Yeah.
And it's like to your elbow sleeve.
Yep. It's like a holiday one.
Yes.
Sugar plum.
Yep.
Yes. What's it called? I know exactly what you're talking about.
And so I want that in teal. Not that I'll be able to make it before Christmas, but in my mind I will.
It's called Sugar Plum Crop.
Sugar Plum Crop.
That's it.
But I want to make it in teal.
Yeah.
So I got fingering and fuzz. Fingering and Suri.
That'll be good.
I hope it's perfect. I hope it's a perfect teal. It looked like it on my phone, but it might be green. Like
Her
something
colors
else
I feel like are usually pretty good.
Well, I bought what I thought was teal from On the Round, and it's not. But I should have known by the name. Hemlock.
Oh, it's not.
It's green.
Dark green.
It's real green. But anyway, I'm not disappointed with it. I'll find a way to use it. So we should start cranking out stuff we bought because
we should start because it's going to take a while. I mean, we already kind of did, so I feel like I'm just going to like run through it again quickly because we did do this on our lives.
Yeah. The first thing I purchased at Wool and Folk was
it's so nice. I know I follow her, and I'm like, it's definitely on my list to get yarn from her.
A new to me dyer, Lily Loops.
I think she's just new in general.
She might be. I think she told me that was her first big show. Lily Loops hand-dyed yarn. This is her sock or fingering base, and her superwash cash and stellina. So 80% superwash merino.
And hers has like
cashmere
the
and 10%
perfect amount of stellina.
And it's like a very subtle stellina. Like you can almost not tell there's stellina in there.
It's so nice.
So this is the color Madonna American Pie. And this is going to be the Jessie May. Oh, I wrote 4 and then I didn't fill it in.
I'll find it. It's
the new Jessie May pattern that dropped a couple weeks ago. It was a crop streamline, front line.
Nope.
Front.
Just
high line.
Framework raglan.
Wasn't gonna get there. So this is gonna be for a framework raglan, and I'm excited to make that. I also got some Yarnaceous fibers. I got 2 skeins of each of these. This is her Sylvie Sport. And I got 2 skeins of Naturalite.
I'm surprised you went like
and 2 hematite. So I wanted just a basic, like a charcoal and white shawl. And this is going to be I think it's Pines and Needles shawl. Insert photo here. Sorella. I got 3 skeins of the Sorella.
Did you get stellina or no?
No, I just got flat classic sport. 100% superwash wool, the colorway brownstone.
Because her yarn's been questionable to me since she's gotten bigger.
Yeah.
But seeing her stellina in person, her stellina is really nice.
It was pretty. Oh, I didn't get stellina because there weren't 3 of them. Okay, we're good. Thank you.
Thank you.
And this is going to be a Tiff Nealon Trestle tee. Impulse purchase at Le Grosson. I got 2 skeins of their fluff and a skein of the Spin Cycle color Next Level. That was just for that show, right? It was a show.
No, it's it's Walcott Yarns.
Oh, it's their exclusive Spin Cycle color. I copied Rachel. Yes.
Our fluffs are slightly different.
Yeah. Mine's more natural. Yours are more.
Mine's
yours
more gray. Yes, we're both going to be making a bumpy cowl for Max the Knitter.
Ta-da! Yes, I don't know where my other fluff is at the moment, but yes, slightly different. Oh, and before I forget, how could I forget? I got a couple Doodle Cowl decks. I got the Autumn Doodle deck and the Rhinebeck Doodle deck.
How far did you...
And
what's that one?
I did my sheepies.
Yeah. Oh, I love this sheepies.
But in case you all didn't know, black sheep with black faces are meat sheep.
Our food sheep.
They are not.
And sheep with white faces are not our wool sheep.
So we've been misled.
We've been misled.
Thank you.
Thank you, Katie.
Thank you, Katie. And then I'm working on like just a flower motif. So I didn't get super far because I signed up for test knits that I told everybody I wasn't going to do anymore. But now I'm doing 2.
Bad. 2?
A hat and a cow. But anyway, so I bought the winter, it was like the winter doodle kit deck. Or whatever, doodle kit for the colors. This is my little llama from Sheila and Beth, a little llama stopper.
I got avocados.
And this bag is hilarious. So with like a purchase of, I don't know, a very reasonable amount because I spent
$50 maybe.
In my defense, I was left unsupervised at the Fiber Festival was open. So a cute little like holographic vinyl tote. So
is that your woolen faux call?
That's my woolen faux call.
All right. So I got my Birdie Parker earrings. I got my, look at me, I already got it bagged. It was in my cabinet. I got my bumpy cowl yarn from Max the Knitter. I got, so one of the things I really wanted that's been on my list for quite a while, I've mentioned this a few times, is I wanted to get yarn for a bauble shawl. A bauble shawl. Oh my God. A bauble shawl from Andrea Mowry. I had yarn, but it wasn't sparking joy. So I actually gifted it to Katie. And I'm like, all right, I need new yarn for a bauble shawl, right? Not bauble shawl. And so at Cesium, I went and said hi, and I fell in love with this skein right here. And it's called Flaming. I'm like, oh, that's such a good pick. And I'm like, I can't buy a single skein. I can't do it. However, I'm like, oh, but what else do they have that I could put this with? Because it is fingering, and that's what I need for a bauble shawl. So I got myself 2 skeins of Triangle Solo.
So pretty.
And a skein, they tried to talk me into neon, but I went with more golden color. 1 skein of It's Our Time. And this is going to be my bauble shawl. And this is definitely much more of a me palette.
I like the yellow.
It's going to be good. Yeah, they tried to talk me into like, but see, like that yellow matches.
It does.
So this is going to be my bauble shawl.
More like a highlighter yellow?
Yeah, or like neon yellow. However, I realized, I'm like, I already have yarn very similar to this for another shawl. But that one does have the highlighter, so I'm like, well, it's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. I can have 2 shawls in the same color. Who cares?
Right.
So
I would not care.
That was one of the things I really wanted at Woolen Folk. Well, no, I lied. I wanted yarn for a bauble shawl, and I'm really happy with this yarn I got from Cesium. I really wanted to get a skein of this spin cycle. So again, it's called Next Level. This is the Walcott Yarns special color. I'm like, while I'm here, the fluff base is really nice. So it's 55% baby alpaca, 18% fine merino wool, 17% mulberry silk, 10% yak, about 100% dreamy.
And it sure is.
And it sure is. It's so nice. And I got to take a picture with Max, and he's like, I recognize you. And I'm like, I did it for you. I was very excited. Also from Cesium, this was a spontaneous purchase that I didn't need to buy, but it's fine. I saw this skein of Game Cabinet, which is from their cabin collection with Rachel is knitting. And I also got a skein of their lovely mohair and pink pibble. This will probably become a cowl of some sort.
That's pretty.
Or I might try to get a couple more skeins and make another love note.
Oh, that is pretty.
It's really pretty. And just this pink mohair is just gonna tone everything down a little bit. And it's gonna make it so, so nice.
I love that.
What else did I get at Woolen Folk?
Wool wash.
I did get wool wash. I didn't bring it, but it's sweater weather. Sweater weather.
stickers, pins.
And stickers and pin, which I might have with me. Well, the sticker's already on my cup.
Okay.
But I do have the pin. I got this from the Dimed Yarns booth, and it says, oh God, especially this week, real life is starting to interfere with my crafting time. I was hoping I would have the sleeve done, but one of my AmeriCorps friends, her mom passed, so I had to go to Attleboro for her wake last night.
I'm sorry, that's tough.
Yeah. So real life is always interfering with crafting time somehow. Oh, and then
Halloween on a weeknight should be illegal.
Oh God, it's on a Friday and 25, and it's on a Saturday and 26. Until then, we're on weeknights. And the other thing
so
that
yet so far.
I'm pretty sure everybody knows that I wanted to get from Wool & Folk was I wanted the sweaters quantity from Yarnaceous for my sheep camp. And I got to be honest, I still don't know if I love this.
I love your main color.
I don't. This is what I was initially drawn to, and now I'm like, I feel like it was too spontaneous. I didn't like plot this out well enough.
It's a beautiful skein, so if it doesn't work out, it can be.
I can put it in something else.
Yeah.
Like I think this should still be okay. So I got these for my sheep camp. So this pink skein is called. It's a dinosaur with a question mark at the end. And then this gray skein is White Horse Tavern, which is one of their Wool & Folk exclusives because the White Horse Tavern is a haunted place. Haunted. Oh my God.
It's haunted in New York.
It's a haunted place in New York. Might as well embrace it. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel. Like I was initially drawn to this skein. And I'm like, I think I need charcoal to go with it.
I like it. See how it goes.
I don't know.
Try it.
Maybe it's just because it's so out of my normal comfort color realm. It's throwing me a little bit, but I don't know. So we'll see. But I have at least a lot of charcoal that I'm going to make my sheep camp with, which is good because I need more neutrals. And is that it?
I can't remember.
That might be it. I'm going to double check. That might be it for Wool & Folk. I mean, I spent enough money. Yarn, my Birdie Parker earrings. It's a sticker that's already on my cup. The sticker, I love the sticker. It says, I'm not a craft hoarder. I'm the curator of an extensive private art supply collection.
This is true.
This is true. Yeah, I mean, that's it. I spent enough money. That's my Wool & Folk haul. And then, so Friday night, we were all like, the fuck just happened? We had a girl dinner. Sandra made an incredible charcuterie spread. We played some games. We hung out, crafted. Friday night was absolutely lovely.
It was.
Saturday, we woke up with headaches. And now we know why. But we'll get to that in a little bit.
Can I have more wine?
No. So Saturday is the day that we went to, quote unquote, Rhinebeck, the New York Sheep and Wool Festival.
It was my first time.
It was your first time. It was not my first time.
I loved it. It was a little bit rainy, not right away, but
it wasn't as bad as Wool & Folk.
It was a lot of fun. I do want to go back. I still know I didn't see all the barns.
I saw 2.
I think I went through 2. I don't even know how many there are. I went through 2.
ABCD building, the food barn.
Oh yeah, so I did
probably like 12.
I didn't go through A.
Like summer animals.
Yeah, because I missed Primrose and they were in A. So I think I went in C and D. The food barn, but I didn't see all the food barn. We went in for pickles. I found honey.
You bet your ass I got my pickles, and I still have a half gallon in my fridge.
I found maple candy. I sampled some pre-made vodka drinks. And then we left. I saw a couple like yarn and gadget barns, but not all of them.
What did I do? I immediately went to
31.
The furthest barn because I really wanted to get a Matterroot bag. So that was like my number one goal for Rhinebeck was my Matterroot bag. I got one. It's got monarchs printed on the inside. It's really pretty.
It is pretty.
And at Matterroot, I was really hoping they would have this print because Angie has a bag with this print on it, this hot pink knit print. They didn't, but they had these little pouches. So I grabbed one of these little pouches so I would remember, like, I still want this in a bag. And I bought this super duper adorable, as I dig, hat kit. So it says Rhinebeck 2023.
Have you started it? No, never mind. Sorry.
It's a Rhinebeck 2023 hat kit. So it has a little stitch marker, and you knit a hat, and it's got some sheep, and it's got the tree, and you can see the hill, and it's got some barns.
I never knew there was a tree.
There is a tree. We attempted to take a photo, and we did take a photo in front of the tree,
Not
but
all
it
of
didn't
us.
look as pretty as it did last year because rain.
Yeah.
But it's such a cool little keepsake idea. So it's a full little kit. Like, I have just the amount I need of each of the colors, and it's going to be fun. And my little stitch marker. So this is from Stunning String Studio. I found these because I was going to meet my college friend that's friends with Cesium.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I'm going to be in this barn. I'm like, okay. So I found the barn. I'm like, well, let me meander. And I'm like, oh.
Found
and then I bought a hat
something.
kit. It's fine. I don't regret it. Well, I mean, no, I'll always remember this weekend.
Oh my God.
I will never forget this weekend.
No, I won't either.
Never ever.
So many highs and lows.
Mm.
So many highs and lows.
The highs are high and the lows are low.
Yeah. Yeah. Was there
Yeah.
anything else you got at Rhinebeck?
I sure did. But you want to show something so I can shove this cracker in my mouth?
Yes, I can do that. I lied. I had one more thing from Wool and Folk.
Oh,
I did get into the one big building, and I went right to the right because it just felt like the natural thing to do. And I got some Clinton Hill cashmere. I'm only going to show you the black. I'm going to make hats. 2 are going to be gifts. One's going to be a gift.
Which one's yours? The hot pink?
Hot pink and black. 2 are mine. One is for my mom. Oh, I have to email her, actually, for the pattern. The Brooklyn Bold hat. Where's my skeleton? My skull? Yo,
your bling bling? It's in there
bling?
somewhere.
Where's my bling, yo? Oh, there's the blue.
You got a blue one, too?
For my mom.
Oh.
So I got their bespoke base.
How do you attach this?
You sew it on. So I got their bespoke base. I don't love how round it's getting, but whatever.
We don't have a color palette that we love or anything.
There aren't colors. Yeah, there aren't colors. There's just numbers. So pink, blue,
right.
And I'm so glad that the person, the booth owner, whoever, was paying attention when I was making my purchase, because I had picked up what I had thought was a black ball, and it was a navy blue ball. So I'm glad that she asked. She's like, "Oh, you want navy blue?" I was like, "No, black." Like, that one, black. And she's like, "No, this one's blue." And I was like, "Oh, I want black." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, do you have black?" Because I've been wanting just like a basic black beanie. And I got this like black crystal skull that I'm going to put right on the front of it. Muscle cap. But so she had one on, and I think that's what inspired me, because it looks so cool on her. She's probably a far cooler person than me. But so yes, that was one less thing from Wool and Folk. And then I panicked and had to get out of that building. I had to get out. Like, I was feeling that, like, it was building, and the lady in front of me, I felt bad. I don't know what was going on with her card, but her card kept getting declined. They kept running it. I was like, I have cash. Can I just leave my cash on this counter? Can I just walk away now? Please let me pay for this and just let me get out of this building, please.
I didn't.
But it was pretty bad.
I didn't get very far in the building.
So let's see. Something else.
My last,
you ready?
I'm good. So my last Rhinebeck purchase, and I fully blame this on Sheila and Sandra.
I almost bought something there, and I didn't need it, but I wanted it.
This is one of the questions we got was
new to you.
New to you. So did you discover a new vendor that you hadn't heard of? And yes. So a new vendor I hadn't heard of is Loop Fiber Studio. And they make these really cool yarns where they're like the inverse of each other, and then you can use them in patterns together. So
Yin yang.
I said this on our, it's called yin yang yarn. I said on our last episode, one of the things I was looking for was maybe a worsted weight sweater quantity. And I found one. So this is worsted weight from Loop. They have it in worsted and they have it in fingering. And I really wanted the hot pink, but they only had 3 skeins and I needed 6. So I went with purple. So it's a little outside of my norm, but it's fine. It's going to be lovely.
Second best choice.
So this purple is called Sorry, and then the inverse is called Not Sorry. So Sorry, Not Sorry.
That's cute.
And this is going to be an Avena sweater from Jen Steingas.
Oh, that's going to look pretty.
So it's going to be good. So this is a new to me vendor that I had not heard of, but Sheila really wanted to go see them. And I saw Sandra's yarn when we saw her briefly at lunch, and I'm like, that's cool. And then I saw it, and I was like, fuck.
Want it.
So I got it. But I don't regret it. Well, maybe slightly, just because I'm like, oh. But this was my last yarn purchase of the weekend, so I guess I can't regret it too much.
No. So thinking back to a question about our new vendor from Devin, Lily Loops at Will and Folk was new to me.
Yeah.
She was actually the first booth I saw. Like, I walked under a tent, and Katie and me were together at that point. And she was looking at some stickers, and I went in there with the mindset that I wasn't going to peruse each booth, and if something, but like the Madonna yarn really like spoke to me.
Yeah.
And her setup was so nice. And
it was really nice.
She's got everything. Lily Loops has everything. Lily Loops has everything up on her on her website for sale now.
She has fun boucle. She has mohair. She has like sequin yarn, which is super fun.
Yeah, sequin yarn.
I almost bought so much, and then I'm like, I'm gonna wait. And I will get some eventually.
You should check it out though. Very reasonably priced.
Yeah.
Very, very reasonably priced. Another new to me place was Flying Fibers Yarn Co. And something that I wanted to get was yarn for a faded Rabinia light.
Rabinia, yep.
And so I wasn't having high hopes of getting this after being, do you want to hold 2
Mm-hmm.
or all 4? I don't know. Oop! Uh-oh.
Fine.
So this will be my fade, starting with the lighter color,
and it looks just like another sweater she's making.
Slightly similar to my lace and fade, which I didn't even think about, but I was like, I obviously like what I like.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the elderflower. This is meadow rue, malton, and elderberry jam. And so I'm going to be doing 2 sections of each of the 8 sections of
Perfect.
the Rabinia light. I need to find a color that I could pair with these. I was thinking a gray, but now I'm wondering about
Black.
like a chocolate brown.
Oh, that would be nice
like
too.
a nice rich brown.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a new to me dyer. And also very lovely people.
I feel like there are a lot of new to me dyers, but I couldn't get to most of them.
Carrodin Farm in Chincoteague Island, Virginia.
Not Vermont.
VA is Virginia, friends. And this is part of their Chincoteague Colors collection. Treasure in Tempest. And this yarn is 50%.
Look at the drape.
50% silk, 50% superwash.
Oh.
It can't even stay up. And this I'm going to make, I knew what I was going to make in the moment, and I forgot.
Did you not write it down?
I didn't. Jen told me. Unker.
The Unker cheek, yep.
So I've got 2 skeins of that, and they're in the sport, I believe.
Perfect.
How did I know it was sport when I bought it?
I don't know. I can't answer that for you.
It said sport, I think, on the wall. Oh, no, I think it's fingering.
Just hold it double.
I had a plan.
It'll be fine.
Now I hope they're all fingering. Yes. Anyway, it's a very beautiful blues. Yep, they're all fingering. Yeah. So anyway,
just hold it double.
Yep. Oh, I got some Feederbrook Farms.
Oh yes.
I got 2 colors of Feederbrook Farm, like a dark blue and a pretty mermaidy color to make a cowl.
Got those same colors.
I don't know about which cowl, but they had a lot of suggestions, and so I took pictures of things I liked. Over to Rach.
Changed my mind 17,000 times. So I wound up getting their chunky yarn in these 2 colors, and their colors also don't have names. They just kind of have numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm making a pattern that launched Rhinebeck Weekend, written by them, called the Grove Cowl. So it's got like these fun texture bumps, and then it's kind of like a broken brioche, sort of.
That's cool.
So you get this fun texture on there, and it's going to be very neutral. And I think it's going to be really nice.
That part almost reminds me of like a candy cane.
Yeah, it does kind of remind me of a candy cane.
I got some stitch markers, the Rhinebeck ones from Cocoknits. Oh, I got my Tika bag that I wanted. There couldn't be a more perfect bag for me. It's pink and it's sheepy and it's got the window.
It's adorable.
I think that's that for me.
And then
Rachel's most favorite purchase.
Oh, wow.
Pickle.
Oh, I was going to talk about it, and then what happened.
Oh no, pickles first.
I did get my pickles, guys. I bought a whole gallon. The first half gallon is gone. The second half gallon is sitting in my fridge. And I'm trying to savor them and not eat them all at once.
To answer the question about favorite food.
Pickles.
My favorite food, I mean, the pickles are really good. I didn't buy any because I planned to get them the next day, and then we didn't go back. So that was
the whole thing.
Yeah. But I did enjoy having the option to eat somewhere. As a gluten-free, dairy-free person, I found a burrito bowl truck.
I was very excited for you.
I was excited for me too. I brought my lunch, but then when I was walking in, I saw burrito bowls, and so I swung by, and they were still setting up, and they're like, "Who's this lady who wants a burrito at like 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning?" And I was like, "Oh, just wondering, like, is your food gluten-free and dairy-free?" And it was. So I then ate the lunch I brought while everybody else had donuts like 45 minutes later, and then I ate warm lunch, which was great to have a warm meal on a rainy day. So that was good. Other than that, I didn't explore.
I also got pierogies. The pierogies were good. I got pierogies and kielbasa on a stick. Did not disappoint.
Kielbasa sounds good. I could probably eat that.
I love kielbasa.
I do too. Did they say alcohol? Yes. For consumption or just for purchase?
Well, I mean, last year Tania bought wine and then sat and drank some of said wine.
This was a twist top.
Because it was a twist top. So, I mean, and they were handing out samples.
That's true. But I don't think it was there. I didn't see anything like a beer
There were
tent.
no. Oh, you know what I didn't get that I wanted to get? That was really good last year. Lemonade. I was planning to get that on Sunday.
My favorite yarn purchase? I don't know. All of them.
I mean, I feel like this is really cool because it's unique.
That's true. It's different for you too.
But I don't know. It's like I can't pick a favorite.
I know. It's like picking a favorite child. I know you have one, but, and I only have one. But
I do have a favorite child. Her name is Kiwi.
Yes. Jen, Roomy Jen, asked us, Gansett Girl Knits, asked us, did you get your I Survived Woolen Folk 2023 merch? Not yet, but we want to coordinate with the roomies who wants a sticker and who wants a t-shirt. I definitely thought I wanted a t-shirt, but now I'm not so sure.
Definitely a sticker, though. Definitely want a sticker.
There was so much negativity around it. I don't know if I want a t-shirt with the negativity. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But a sticker, I think, would be cute.
A sticker would be, yeah. That's it. Like, don't get me. There were a lot of negatives, and then not only that, because we haven't like fully gone over the saga. So we went out. We went to Rhinebeck. We got back to the house. We were chilling at the house for a while, and then it was time for dinner. So we split up. Some of us went to a brewery. Some of us went to a restaurant. We had a great time. Then on the way home, we heard from the brewery group that the carbon monoxide alarm was going off.
For the second time.
It had gone off that morning.
And the batteries have been changed.
Kait and I shared a room. It had gone off that morning. I thought it was somebody's alarm. And then I get up and go out, and they're like, no, that was like the carbon monoxide thing. I'm like, all right. So I messaged the Airbnb owner. He's like, all right, I'll send somebody out to check. And when we got back from Rhinebeck, there was somebody there who said they had like replaced the batteries or whatever. Cool.
But also was wondering if we were burning incense or smoking in the house.
Right, which obviously we totally do.
And then said that there was no reason that should be going off on that side of the house.
Right, yep. And then
stay tuned.
We went out for dinner. We got back and it was going off again. So Kait was like, we're going to call the fire department.
And I'm glad I did.
And she did. And we're all glad she did.
Because when Chad and the crew got out there, keep in mind these are volunteer firefighters that we dragged out of their homes after 10 p.m. at night. And they so wonderfully came out. And even with doors and windows open upstairs, the carbon monoxide reading was 6, I believe.
And it should be 0?
It should be 0. So 6, not fatal, but it could account for why we woke up feeling kind of crummy. Especially in our room, we couldn't open any of the windows or doors. No. We were like instructed not to. They were taped off.
Yeah.
And the house was super hot all weekend, so we had all doors and windows open all the time. Anyway, they couldn't get into the basement right away. They couldn't get in touch with the owner, the firefighters. And they ended up forcing the basement door. And I'm so glad that they did, because downstairs, the reading was 150.
Over 100 is fatal.
Yeah, and climbing. So there was a very good chance, like, if we had ignored it.
We might not be here right now.
Yeah. Right. Like, I can't even imagine. So we were all pretty upset.
Sufficiently freaked out.
Yeah. So, like, at first, I was like, I'm going to call, like, the fire department. And I know some people teased me a little bit about it. And the dispatcher's like, have everybody leave. Poor Katie's in the shower. I didn't know Katie was in the shower, but so we had to wait outside. It was kind of cold. Nobody was really prepared. A lot of people had no shoes on, no coats. Just outside. Katie, wet hair, just threw on clothes. Her clothes were all in the washing machine, except for her like shorts and her t-shirt. Poor thing. And then we had to sit outside by the pool and like just wait for the house to air out. The fire marshal came, and I guess the house wasn't.
The building inspector came.
Yes. And the house wasn't up to code and shouldn't have been rented.
Was not fit for human habitation.
And so not only did the carbon monoxide detector go off, but we found out it had also gone off
in fucking June.
So months ago. So after the owner saying there's no reason this should be happening at all, failed to tell us, hey, it happened like a few months ago. So whatever. Rachel was our warrior.
Ugh.
And a refund was given, but it was very scary. So we had to wait outside until we could go back in to evacuate the house.
And
around after 11 at that point?
It was like 11:30, and we wound up driving back that night. I got dropped off like 3:30. You got home around 4.
How are you guys doing?
We're good. How are you?
I know.
We're recapping our yarn adventures.
I like it.
I think we're good. Okay. Thank you.
We plugged your spot.
We did.
Okay.
We'll plug it
again. So yeah, by the time we packed up our stuff, I was like, I've had enough fun. Thank you. And some of the girls got in the car and drove like half hour, 45 minutes to a hotel. I was like, nope, I'm going to go home. I need to go home. And I was just like heightened anxiety, and I was all done. And I was just like, I'm going home. If you want to get in the car, get in the car. I was like, if you want to go home, let's go home. I'm going home. I am going home.
Yeah.
And yes, drove home, which for me was a huge deal because I am not a big night driver. And that was the furthest I'd ever driven in my life. And
you did it.
I did it. And I did it at night. And my husband was so sweet, and he waited up. He waited up for me. And I'm glad he did, because he's like in his underwear peeking out the blinds, and I'm getting out of the car with Katie. And I was like, and he didn't know that part because I didn't tell him, because I didn't know right away. And I assumed he was sleeping when she figured out that there wasn't a hotel for her. And I was like, hey, go put pants on. I brought home a girl from the internet. But she was really cool, and we got to dry her. Oh, yeah. So she left with her wet hair and her wet clothes in a bag, and so we dried her pants. I'm not sure if she slept at all, but
the things we do for friends from the internet.
So
it was a shit show. Yeah. So everybody else went back on Sunday and had a great time.
I know.
And I
kind of had a little FOMO, but I was also very glad to be home.
Dylan, Mango woke up, or Mango was barking when I got home, so Dylan woke up, and I had some time to like decompress with him, which I very much needed.
Mm-hmm.
And then Katie had flown in from Montana, and so I picked her up from Kate's house, and we went to Jamestown. We went to my favorite beach, and we put our feet in the water, and then I drove around Newport and all around Ocean Drive, and we're like, look at all the mansions. I'm like, no, it's really pretty. And then we went and got chowder, and we walked around for a bit, and then I took her back to the hotel because, as it turns out, Kate is allergic to cats, and my house is full of them.
I'm a hair-free house. But yeah, so like overall, it was a nice weekend. Definitely could have
Ended better.
ended better. I'd go back. I would probably stay in a hotel.
I will never stay in an Airbnb again unless I personally know the person whose house we're renting.
Yes, that was also my first Airbnb experience.
I've had a few. That's the first one that ruined it for everything.
We learned that there's not a lot of regulations or even inspectors to just keep it up with making sure that renters are fulfilling like basic safety protocol. Also, I think I will always travel with a personal portable carbon monoxide and smoke detector. Because you can buy them. You can plug them into a wall.
Just in case.
Yep. Well, I was talking to my sister-in-law about it. She was saying she was thinking about it down in Mexico because she had heard about a couple that like died of carbon monoxide poisoning in Mexico.
What?
Because I don't think they have the same regulations. So like if you're traveling out of the country, if you're traveling out of the country, just be kind of mindful of that. Excuse me. Yeah. So yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
So we will not be going back to Rhinebeck next year. However, Beth, who's one of the ladies who stayed with us on the trip, she owns a house in Stowe, Vermont. And so we're going to be heading up there next November. And we know Beth, and Beth will be, I think, coming with us.
I assume so.
It will not be
we're going to be her
what
guests.
this weekend was. And she has a hot tub. She has a fire pit. And we're going to have a great time.
Yes. And I think she said something about, like, it's within driving distance of Quebec.
Yeah, let's go!
So I need to get my passport
My
updated.
passport is all set until 2025.
A few other questions we had. Marnie, who are you most excited to see at Rhinebeck?
Katie and Tania.
I was really excited to see you. So, like, I saw Marnie when I was in the bathroom line.
Yeah, we saw Devin
with Jen. Oh, and yeah, Devin and Siobhan, we got to meet.
We're very excited to see you too.
Yes. I met Tiff Nealon. I didn't want to. I don't know. I felt weird. I know who you are. You don't know
I made her
who
do
I
it.
am. I'm testing it for you. But yeah, she's lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I didn't even try to get on the hill to meet anybody. I didn't go to any of those things.
Maybe next time.
Oh, it was really cool to meet Barry Binesoff. Sarah?
Nope, Alicia.
Alicia. So she was, and who was the other girl who? Lorelai. So two people who watch the podcast
found us.
They found
which we're
us.
so excited about.
I know. And so like at first I was like Alicia came up to her and she's like, "Hey, how's it going?" And she's talking and we're walking and we're talking. And I'm like, she looks so familiar to me. Well, yeah, because I follow her on Instagram and I see her posts and stuff. But it didn't like dawn on me in the moment. Like I'm just meeting you in person for the first time. So I'm dumb. But she was lovely. Lorelai was great.
Ran into her a few times.
Yeah.
But I was most excited to see Katie and Tania because Katie and I have been friends for years and Tania lives in Texas. So I was most excited to hang out with my friends.
It was great to meet them too. I didn't even consider them because I felt like I knew them. But I also made like an idiot out of myself. I was like, "Hi, Tania. Like, I'm Kate." And she's like, "Oh, we're doing that?" And she like roasted me a little bit for it. So I'm awkward.
We feel 2 days wasn't enough. Well,
questions from Sarah.
So I did the whole thing last year, and I'm going to say no.
No, not just.
I don't think just Saturday, Sunday is enough. Like, it's nice to kind of have the other event that has more indie dyers, because Rhinebeck has a lot of stuff, but it's a lot of sheep and alpaca and more sheepy things.
Okay.
Which I enjoy, but are not what I want yarn-wise, because my skin is so sensitive. I have to be so careful.
I felt like I saw enough.
Well, I mean...
But I would have loved to go back to Rhinebeck one more day.
I think it's nice. Well, you didn't get a full experience, but to have just like an indie specific event.
Mm-hmm.
that has some of, you know, the yarn dyers that we've been buying yarn from and have been following for years.
Right.
Rhinebeck
Good to see
has
it.
some of that, but not as much. So it's nice to kind of have that and then go to Rhinebeck and experience like the sheepier side of things.
That's true. That is true. I like to see all the animals. They were cute.
I'm making Dylan take me to New England Fire Festival on Sunday.
We have birthday parties.
Because I
This
want to,
weekend.
well, Sam is going.
Oh, yeah, that's
And
right.
also, I want to see alpacas.
I didn't get to see the alpacas
No.
in person. I wanted to see the parade.
Next time.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a next time. It might not be for a while, but there's always a next time.
Yeah, give me a couple years. Let me use this yarn first.
Is that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a wrap.
So, oh no, it's not.
Oh yeah, stuff we bought since. I have some
Well,
too.
and before, because I forgot.
I have stuff I bought since.
So, outside of Rhinebeck purchases,
I haven't knit a single stitch. I've just been eating this whole time. I'm so sorry for everyone watching this.
so
Unless that's your thing.
Autumn, who runs the size inclusive sweater page, she was doing a de-stash of yarn, and I saw someone, oh, I think I want to try that for the first time.
What'd you get? What'd you get? What'd you
Yeah, I
get?
haven't even shown you.
Uh-uh.
So this is
Oh.
Undine from Ritual Dyes. It's 40% linen and 60% organic
Ooh.
cotton, and it's fingering weight.
Ooh.
And I love me a good summer tee.
It's got a nice sheen.
It does have a nice sheen.
I bet that washes up nice.
And this color is called Prairie Flax. Do I know what I'm going to do with this yet? Nope. But I will find something.
Mm-hmm. What's the base?
It's,
Like, is it fingering sport?
It's fingering.
Okay.
It's it's like a heavy fingering light sport. It's 382 yards.
Okay.
So I got 3 of these skeins in her de-stash. It just feel nice too for a
Does
cotton
feel
linen
nice.
yarn. And then Kate and I apparently both did this and didn't know about it.
No, I knew you did it, and then I copied you.
Oh. So Rachel of On the Round does her color of the month.
Oh, I also want November.
And I don't, because it's too brown.
I
And
like
her
it.
color this month is called, or for October rather, is called Elusive Purple Pumpkin.
Did
you get it on plush too? Yeah, you did.
Yes.
So this color is just
It smells weird.
lovely. Well, it's wool.
I know.
So this color is just lovely. I'm definitely in my lavender moment right now. So I got 6 skeins. This is my I didn't die of carbon monoxide poisoning yarn. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it, but I have a shit ton of DK sweaters in my Ravelry queue. So
I made sure to get enough.
it might become, what's the one? Not a Wanderlust. I think I'm going to use different yarn for that.
Well, she
There's
looked.
something.
I got a second sweater quantity on Plush DK.
You're insane.
I'm dumb, and names of yarn should mean something. So, like hemlock, green, not teal. This is very much green.
It's a very pretty green, though.
It is a pretty green.
That might be good for Ralph Knits RI.
He doesn't want a sweater. He's a sweaty man.
I'm going to make Dylan a vest.
I feel like Ralph doesn't understand, too, that, like, wool is breathable.
It is breathable.
But also, he is really hard on clothes.
Maybe not then. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet, but I will find something because it's just lovely and the perfect shade of purple.
Do you know what I was wondering about this? So this, paired with pickleball, sheep camp, or eye dazzler. No? Too much? Too much. It's probably too much. That face tells me no. Bad plan. Bad plan? Okay. I would probably hate it when it was
With
done.
like a cream, it would be a really pretty sheep camp.
That's true.
But
That's true.
not-
Don't go lime green? No? Okay.
With that green, no. Like, I think it would be really pretty with cream for a sheep camp.
That would be pretty.
It's kind of like the inverse of Lori's.
Oh, yeah, huh? She has, yeah.
So you could do that.
Possibly.
But I would not do... It's not the right green. They're not the right greens to pair together. I know that we're still recording.
We were before.
Okay.
One last thing I bought. I got 2 skeins of Justine's Pink. Beachy Breeze Fibers, Delta Worsted. So pink, so speckly.
They're
This is for
ridiculous.
a Bay Street hat test knit that I'm doing for Katie.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
This isn't it. This is, so I wanted to start that, and I caked it up last weekend. It was super, super nice. So we went to Spooky Zoo, and I wanted to start my hat test knit. And so I got my needles, like my interchangeables. I wound up yarn. I got in the car, I didn't have the size I needed. I was so annoyed. So annoyed because it's that thing where I spend the morning getting ready, getting everybody ready, cleaning the house,
And then you don't
doing
have
all
time
the
to
things,
get yourself ready.
not knowing exactly when we're gonna go, and then my husband's like, all right, let's go once he's home from the gym and he's showered and ready.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm kind of like, okay, like, but I've just like cleaned the house, took a shower, got our daughter ready, like all these other things, and it's like I just want to do this one thing, and he's like, well, let's just go before it gets too late. And I'm like, yeah, but like I just want this one thing. And so like I wound up my yarn, it was great, and Brielle was kind of getting whiny, like she wanted to help wind it, and I didn't want her to help wind it.
Owen, I'm knitting.
Yeah, no, just stop.
Or he wants to use my needles as drumsticks.
Yeah, no, stop. So I cast on a free pattern I had in my library for a while. It was like a headband. So it's gonna be, I'm just gonna be doing this slip one knit, whatever, until it is long enough, and then I take the two ends and I give it a twist and I sew it together, so it's like a knotted headband. So I haven't decided if I'm going to pull it out and use this skein for the hat and save the other skein, because I wanted to make me and Brielle matching hats. Could also make us matching headbands. But
We're
yeah,
gonna talk about accidental whips. I don't even think you know about this one.
No, I don't have any Oh, I have a whip I didn't share.
Oh.
But yeah, go ahead, do your thing and I'll check that we're still
Thank
recording.
you.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh, that's pretty.
Oops.
Oh, what is that? What? Wait. Is it going to be the cowl or the shawl?
Cowl. Oops.
Okay.
Oops.
What are you using?
Not really oops. So I had bought these minis from Sam probably 2 or 3 years ago
You're using
now.
minis?
Yeah. So I'm making another shift cowl. I was going through and trying to put yarn away, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to pull these out because I can bang out a shift kind of well when I want to, kind of quickly. And so I have these minis that I bought from Sam probably, like I said, 2 or 3 years ago. What?
Nope, it's still going.
Okay. So these are Sam's Sweet Tart minis from Valentine's Day. Like
DK fingering?
These are DK Tweed minis.
Oh, they're so pretty.
And and there's still a couple more that I'm holding on to in case I need them. But I don't remember what the colors are. But I caked them up. And now that I have an understanding of how the shift works, I'm like, all right. Because I had started this a couple of times. And I'm like, I don't know. But now that I like understand how the pattern works, I have an idea of how I want this to turn out in my head.
Okay.
So these are the Sweet Tart minis, minus Bad Romance, which is still sitting on my kitchen table.
Okay.
And then here we are.
Are you going to use Bad Romance?
If I need to. It's
okay.
in there. It's like my, like if I run out. So this is my A color. So I have this really pretty like corally pink and this dusty rose. And then this is my B color. This is more of a strawberry color and then like a maroon. And then this is my C, which is the light purple and then the plum.
Okay.
So the C is the pop.
Okay.
And so it goes, so you use A and you do A with B dots and then A with C dots. And then you do A with B, A with C again. And then you do B with A, B with C, B with A, B with C. And then you like kind of finish it off.
Okay.
So now that I know that, so I did my A with B dots and my A with C dots. And now when I go to do this again, I'm going to use this color for the second read. And then
use
this
the outside,
color.
not the inside. Okay.
So I should get more of that variegation in there.
Yes.
Because again, this is supposed to happen with spin cycle, which naturally variegates on its own.
So would you need to have 6 options?
Yeah. And I have
even with spin cycle?
No, you need 3.
Okay.
So
for yardage and for the colors you want.
Uh-oh. My mother keeps calling me. I'll duck out in a second and call her.
Well, we're almost done.
We are almost done. That's fine. So it's 3 colors of spin cycle. You have 2 that go together, and then you have your pop. So these are my ones that kind of go together, and then this is my pop because it's more purpley and drastically different. And I think it's going to work.
Based on what you've done, yes.
And then I have 1 FO to show.
Okay. You show your faux, because then I have my whip. Oh, yeah.
I finished my Rhinebeck cast on.
A new tradition.
New tradition,
Born
make a
last year.
Juniper cowl every yarn weekend. We're not going to call it Rhinebeck, so I'll probably start another one next weekend in Vermont, or next year in Vermont. So this is a Juniper cowl made using the Gravity Falls end of summer countdown. Gravity Falls is a fantastic show. My students turned me onto it like, I don't even know. They've graduated now, so I was in there in 7th grade, so like probably 6 years ago. And it's so fun. So there's colors inspired by, this one's like Runkle Stan, this one's Jack, no, this one's inspired by the gnomes, this is Jacqueline, this one's the Bill color, Santa War, this is Dusk to Dawn, which is the convenience store. My favorites are down here at the end. So we have Dipper, or Pine Tree, I believe it's called. And then this one's for Little Gideon, the bright blue. And then this obnoxious pink is Mabel.
That's so
and we
pretty.
end with Waddles.
Waddles.
And it's just really fun. Waddles is the pig.
Oh,
I feel like I could have ended it here, and the colors would be a little more cohesive. But it's fine. I wanted to use those.
yeah.
So again, I love me a good Juniper cowl. And now I'm going to have a crap ton of them.
Yeah.
So what's your cast on?
My cast on.
What'd you do?
Oh, I guess / extra purchase.
Oh, that.
Is my winter
Who are you testing this for?
carnival cowl. For Margaret North, Whimsy North. And so it is a chunky cowl colorwork. I'm not loving the colors I picked.
I don't love the green, but I
don't
like the other
green
ones.
either. It was outside my comfort zone. I had text Justine or sent her a message on Instagram one day when I was in class. Green? She pulled out a bunch of different colors for me. I definitely wanted this purple and pink and a white or a natural. And she had picked out the green. She had picked out a teal. But she subbed out one of the colors with the teal. Like, I think she took out the purple. I don't know. She sent me a few things, and I really liked these 4 colors together, sitting together in the picture she sent me. I just don't love it with this. Green's not my jam.
No, some shades of green I'm okay with. I almost wore my Cumulus Blast today, actually.
But,
and I'm like, I need something cozier.
It's kind of like...
It's pretty, but it would be better with like a cream on its own.
It's like a 70s green.
Yeah, it is kind of a 70s green.
This yarn, though, is super
nice.
It's Malabrigo Chunky, which is bulky, not super bulky like Rasta. It knits up very crisp and clean.
Yeah. It's so soft.
I definitely think I'll be using it again. It is like economical. I could see myself making like a black, gray, white, neutral, like a neutral toned one. Don't love this, but I will continue. The show must go on.
Show must go on.
So that's it.
And I think that's it. So that's our Rhinebeck recap. That's our Well and Folk recap. That's
mental wellness check-in.
That's a wellness check-in. The full story of what happened.
Check on your teacher friends. Like after this week of Halloween, we're not okay. We're not okay.
There should be no school the day after Halloween. Like, it's just messed with me the whole week. And my freshmen are driving me up a wall right now, and I'm just like, I'm very happy I'm not working this weekend. I am going to see Book of Mormon tomorrow, so I'm very excited about that. But I can't take this with me.
No,
I can't do sleeves when I am not paying attention.
Yeah.
And my other sweater I started, the one with Janet's yarn, I'm gonna frog it and go up a needle size because I think it's too tight even for me. But I went down like 4 needle sizes.
Oh, yeah. That's a wrap on episode 14.
We're at. We're out of wine, we're out of cheese, and we're out of time.
Out of fucks to give.
We are so out of fucks to give.
But thanks for watching and tuning in.
We're gonna try maybe to sneak one more episode in before Thanksgiving, and then it's the holidays.
Yeah. Do you work the Wednesday before?
I do not.
Are you traveling that day?
I am not.
Maybe we record that day.
Oh, we can totally record that day because I think Squeaker is at daycare.
Breezy's at school. They have their little feast that day.
We're doing Thanksgiving with my in-laws this year instead of going to see Elron.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are doing Thanksgiving with my mom and dad instead of Ralph's grandma.
We have to sit through 2 Thanksgivings because my parents are insisting that we do one too.
I just do one, and now we're on it every other year because I just can't.
Well, they're good because my sister's coming up, so like, we're gonna do Wednesday or Friday, like not 2 on Thanksgiving, but just 2. I don't like Thanksgiving food, guys. It is not my favorite.
I love it.
No,
I can't even eat it all.
I just want mashed potatoes and pie. Like, I could give a shit about anything else. Last year,
cranberry sauce, yeah.
no.
Cranberry sauce.
Oh,
that's my
God,
jam.
no. Last year, I
I
had
like the
chicken and
turkey.
waffles when we went to a restaurant. It was great.
I like turkey. Ralph's not big into Thanksgiving food either. But yeah. So anyway, we could just ramble forever. But we need to go home.
Hopefully, next time we see you, it will be a little bit more removed from Halloween. We'll all be in a happier headspace.
Yeah.
We'll be on a long holiday weekend, and this bad bitch is going to be done, and I will be wearing it.
It'll be on this bad bitch.
It will be. Well, that's it. So thanks for joining us for our Rhinebeck recap and all of the crazy shenanigans that went down, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.